name is Bill Bradley. I'm an extreme endurance athlete. The topic of today's video is smooth is fast. So I'm up in International Falls, Minnesota, the ice box of America, Frostbite Falls. It's tucked right up against the Canadian border, and it's the coldest spot in the continental U.S. And I got the Arrowhead 135 coming up. And it was ranked as one of the toughest runs in the world. You pour a 40-pound sled with your survival gear for that 135 miles. Anyway, I've been up here for like 7 weeks, almost 7 weeks, like 6.5 weeks. It will be 7 weeks by the time I go home. And the race is coming up in about 3 days. And it was the most interesting thing because like this last week, I finally seen the light. I seen the light. I came up here. All I was trying to do was like run faster on the snow. You know, just run faster. You know, instead of doing 20-minute miles, get down to like 15-minute mile pace. You know, like just get out there and just bust my butt. Just go faster. And I remember like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was like maybe it was a couple weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago, and I went. And I averaged like 15-minute pace or something like in that range anyway for like 8 miles, right? I was like all pumped up. I did 8 miles. And then I looked at my watch and it was like, how much time, that was moving time, right? That was when I was moving. And then I had my other watch. It showed like, so when I would stop, when I would take a break of some sort or, anyway, work on my gear, whatever it was, whatever reason I would stop. Anyway, the bottom line is, yeah, I ran 15-minute miles, 2 hours. You know how much I stopped for? Half hour. So it took me 2.5 hours really to do the 8 miles, not 2 hours, because I would stop. I had a drawstring on my pants, and so every time I had to take a leak, it was like, this major ordeal to get my pants down. I got all these gloves on. I'm trying to tie and untie them. I got 3 layers on. I think my water and my food was in the sled. I had to go back and get my water and food when I wanted to eat or drink. It was freaking a nightmare. And I looked at my buddy Mike, who lives up here, who's finished the race, and said, "Hey, I ran 15-minute miles for 8 miles, but it took me 2.5 hours to do those 8 miles. By the time I went back to my sled and went to the bathroom and all this other stuff." And so anyway, there was something about like it just really clicked on me that that's not going to work. It doesn't matter about the 15-minute miles. If you lose a half hour, where you have to stop and work on things or go to the bathroom. And so I just started, I really focused on all the stuff Mike had been teaching me, So I had a shirt that Mike actually sewed where I had the water bottle here and then the food here. And I started timing. I go, okay, this water bottle will last 3 hours. And I said, if I do, in between this pocket and these 2 pockets in my pants, I can put 3 hours of food there. So then I would only have to stop once every 3 hours. So I started working on that, my 3 hours with my food. I put suspenders on my pants so that I didn't have that drawstring there. So all I got to do is like whip it down, you know what I mean? And I move. I keep walking when I'm taking a leak, too. I look like, follow the yellow brick road behind me. I must be behind Bradley. There's a yellow brick road. But I'm moving, so every time I take a leak, I'm not wasting a minute or something, And so I just kind of like one thing after another. Then I started clocking myself. How fast could I go to my sled and pull out my food and my water? So when I do each stop, how long will that take, right? To fill up my water bottle, because I have a big thermos in there, and then I fill the little water bottle up that's here, and I got it down where I was down to like little over 3 minutes a mile. 3 minutes period to do it. So I went out kind of as a little dry run of the event, and I averaged like I think 17, 18-minute miles, and I only stopped for 4 minutes period in 4 hours. 4 minutes of downtime in 4 hours compared to 30 minutes that I had done like 3 or 4 weeks ago, whatever it was. And that's huge because my buddy says smooth is fast. Mike kept drumming that in my head. Smooth is fast. And all I want to do is like sprint like the tortoise and the hare. You know, I want to be that tortoise, just go so fast. and then you're stopping all the time, and every stop takes forever. And now I'm like, I just saw the light because I go, I'll never make up that time that I lose when I stop that much. And so now it's like sunk into my head. Smooth is fast. And I got like tons of confidence going into this race. Anyway, eye of the tiger, eye of the tortoise. And just remember, smooth is fast. All right, everybody have a great evening. Thank you. If you need to contact me, email me at epicbillbradley@gmail.com.